Imagine standing on top of a wall so massive that it stretches across mountains, deserts, rivers, and forests for thousands of kilometers. A wall so enormous that millions of people visit it every year, yet very few know the terrifying sacrifices hidden beneath its stones. For centuries, people have believed incredible stories about the Great Wall of China. Some say it can be seen from space. Others claim that thousands of workers were buried alive inside the wall itself. But how much of that is actually true? Was the Great Wall really built to protect China from invading armies, or was there a much darker reason behind its construction? Today, we uncover the true story behind one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. This is the story of the Great Wall of China. Long before China became the powerful nation we know today, the land was divided into several rival kingdoms. These kingdoms constantly fought each other for land, power, and survival. At the same time, dangerous nomadic tribes from the north launched unexpected attacks, stealing food, animals, and valuable supplies before disappearing back into the vast grasslands. Every attack left villages destroyed and thousands of innocent people dead. The rulers knew something had to be done. Instead of relying only on soldiers, they began building defensive walls along their borders. At first, these were small walls made from packed earth, wood, and stone. Each kingdom built its own sections to protect its people. But everything changed in 221 BC. A powerful ruler named Qin Shi Huang united China for the first time in history. After defeating all his enemies, he became the first emperor of China. His greatest fear was not another civil war. It was an invasion from the north. To protect his new empire, Qin Shi Huang ordered existing walls to be connected and expanded into one massive defensive system unlike anything the world had ever seen. This was the beginning of what we now call the Great Wall of China. Building such a gigantic structure was almost impossible. There were no cranes, no bulldozers, no modern machines. Everything had to be built by hand. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers, farmers, prisoners, and forced laborers were sent to work on the wall. Many of them were taken from their families and forced to travel hundreds of kilometers into remote mountains. The work was brutal. Workers carried heavy stones on their backs. Others mixed earth with water to create strong foundations. Some climbed dangerous cliffs while carrying construction materials under the burning summer sun or freezing winter winds. Food was limited. Medical care did not exist. Many workers became sick from exhaustion. Others fell from steep mountain paths while carrying massive rocks. Every single day was a battle for survival. The mountains were unforgiving. The weather was merciless. Yet construction never stopped. As years passed, section after section of the wall stretched farther across China's northern frontier. Watchtowers were built at regular intervals. These towers allowed soldiers to observe enemy movements from great distances. If invaders were spotted, smoke signals during the day and fire signals at night could warn nearby military camps within minutes. For its time, this was one of the most advanced communication systems ever created. But despite these achievements, the wall came with an enormous human cost. Thousands of workers lost their lives during construction. Some died from hunger, others from disease. Many simply collapsed from exhaustion after years of endless labor. Over time, stories began spreading that the bodies of dead workers had been buried inside the wall itself. It was a terrifying tale that frightened generations. But was it really true? Or had history transformed tragedy into legend? That question remains one of the greatest mysteries surrounding the Great Wall of China. And the answers are even more surprising than most people imagine. The wall continued to grow for centuries, becoming longer, stronger, and more impressive with every dynasty that ruled China. Yet its greatest secrets were still hidden beneath the stones. The Great Wall of China Part 2. As centuries passed, different Chinese dynasties continued expanding and rebuilding the Great Wall. Each ruler believed the wall would make China stronger and safer than ever before. The most famous sections that tourists visit today were built during the Ming Dynasty, between the 14th and 17th centuries. Unlike the earlier walls made from packed earth, the Ming rulers used strong bricks, carefully cut stone, and advanced engineering techniques. Thousands of watchtowers, forts, and military stations were added along the wall, allowing soldiers to defend the empire more effectively. At its greatest extent, the Great Wall stretched for more than 21,000 kilometers, making it the longest man-made structure ever built. But despite its incredible size, the wall was never completely impossible to cross. History tells us that several invading armies managed to enter China, not because they destroyed the wall, but because they bribed guards, found unprotected routes, or entered through open gates. This proved an important lesson. Even the strongest wall cannot protect a nation if the people guarding it fail. One of the biggest myths about the Great Wall is that it can be seen from space with the naked eye. For many years, people believed this story to be true. However, astronauts have confirmed that this is only a myth. From low Earth orbit, the Great Wall is extremely difficult to see without special equipment because it blends into the surrounding mountains and landscape. Another famous legend claims that thousands of workers were buried inside the wall during construction. While it is true that countless laborers died from hunger, disease, accidents, and exhaustion, historians have found no solid evidence that their bodies were deliberately used as part of the wall itself. Most experts believe this story became popular because the suffering was so great that people began creating legends to explain the enormous human cost behind the project. Even today, the Great Wall reminds us of both human determination and human sacrifice. It represents extraordinary engineering, but it also tells the story of the countless workers whose names were never recorded in history. Today, millions of visitors from around the world walk along the Great Wall every year. They admire its breathtaking views, its ancient towers, and the incredible achievement of the people who built it more than 2,000 years ago. In 1987, the Great Wall of China was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preserving it for future generations. Standing on the wall today, it is difficult to imagine the hardships faced by those who carried every stone, shaped every brick, and risked their lives to build one of the greatest monuments the world has ever known. The Great Wall of China is more than just a wall. It is a symbol of ambition, endurance, sacrifice, and the determination of an entire civilization to protect its future. Behind every stone lies a story. Behind every tower stands a forgotten worker. And behind every legend is a truth waiting to be uncovered. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to History Uncovered, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the world's greatest historical mysteries.